I did have like a thought about this whole picture we're painting of Sherwood Forest and what's the town's name? Sherwood Town is something
Nottingham.
Nottingham Town, right, right. And this
Yeah.
whole microcosm, right, of, it's sort of like Plato's Republic, where are we talking about society, or are we talking about one human mind? And I was thinking in terms of the human mind, like what we were saying about the sheriff is the explicit authority who's always thinking about how he is seen rather than trying to see, trying to understand. And Robin Hood, the sort of more legitimate, or I shouldn't say that, a real kind of leader is not worried about how he's seen. He will take on different disguises and things. He will do kind of what's necessary, and he knows what is necessary because he is seeing. He's talking to people. He understands what is actually happening versus trying to sort of impose it in this rigid way. I was just thinking of sort of Ian McGilchrist kind of idea of the left brain and the right brain, the sort of the sheriff of Nottingham is sort of like, uh, I correct me if I'm getting the right and the left hemispheres confused, but either way, he's the hemisphere. I think the right hemisphere, the sheriff of Nottingham is
Oh,
sort
no,
of.
I think you got that backwards.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah.
So he's the left hemisphere, which is sort of more concerned with differentiation, right? Labels, uh, categories, and things like that. Whereas Robin Hood, residing, of course, in the forest, which is sort of also maybe like the unconscious, is sort of seeing the whole picture and sensing, understanding the things that are being ignored by the explicit categories.
Yeah. Spot on. I mean, I think that's part of, if you look into like a lot of mythology in the world, it's like, oh, the thing you're missing is on the fringes. It's on, it's outside society, or it's the jewels in the buried under your house, or it's in the dung heap, or whatever it is. It's
Right.
kind of a common theme. And I think that points to exactly what you're talking about, of like, when you're stuck with left brain dominance and you're only seeing categories and concepts and chopped out parts of a thing, and you're not seeing the whole system, um, then you're focused on, well, when I am labeled as rich, when I am labeled
Yeah.
as powerful, then I will have wholeness, then I will feel good. And you've taken this one small part, and you've seen that, and you see, and then you were talking about the sheriff focusing on his appearance, how he is seen. I think it's the same thing, how he's labeled. And then Robin Hood being like, he's able to see the whole picture, which is very right brain, and he's kind of holding everything together until the proper ruler comes back and kind of holds the balance between the two, if we're looking at it through that brain model. So the ability, the right brain has to hold the parts of the system that are not cared for by the left brain's over focus on small details.
Right.
The right brain has to hold the whole thing together until balance is returned, which is what would be, King Richard coming back from the Crusades. Like the
Right.
rightful leader is back again to restore order the way it's meant to be, instead of the overly focused domain of the purely left hemisphere. Yeah, that's great, man. I
Yeah.
hadn't thought of that at all. But the pattern's there for sure, for sure.
Yeah.